Good evening, happy Sunday. I'm waiting for the light Monday. So I had a lot to do. I had a lot of cooking to do, and presently I do not. Something something came up and I had to disconnect. MTN network is some for now is MTN I'm using. So yeah. So, welcome back to the life again. It's still me. I'm here, loving up on you guys. Thank you so much for connecting to this live section with me today. I'd planned this earlier. If you are just joining, I said I've planned this. I plan to do this by 6 actually because that's when I know most of you are online. But I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry that I'm doing this now. It's quite late here. The kids will soon go to sleep. I've been busy and yeah. So please listen with rapt attention. There's this gist I heard 2 days ago. I'm sorry again about some days back. I couldn't finish our gist. If you think I should finish, drop it on the comment section so I can wrap up that gist. So you guys, um I saw something 2 days ago and it got me wondering. And since I don't have the answers, I know I don't know everything, but I want to know, and that is why I'm here on this live today. Let's talk about it. So I saw something. It said the lady said she and her husband got married and they were doing fine, they were in love, doing very well up until she got pregnant for their first child. Things were okay. She got pregnant for their first child, they were doing fine. And then her husband, being so loving and caring, suggested that they get a maid to help her out with the chores in the house. Since she's pregnant and the pregnancy was taking a toll on her, she couldn't do much. And the man had to work, right? So he said, okay, let's get a maid. And the lady suggested, why don't we get one of our relatives to just come and help, or your relatives to come and help? And the man, being a very loving man and understanding, he explained to the wife that he wouldn't want relations coming to stay with them. He prefers that they come visit and go, come stay a while and go. For relatives, he didn't want them to be permanent partners in their home. Or you guys just put it in a language you understand. He sure didn't want them to come and stay. And so the wife said, okay, that's cool, that's nice. So please say hi or drop a like if you are following the gist. And so in all this, they were they agreed, they kept looking for and they couldn't find. And then the husband suggested, why don't we use all these agencies? At least they have a level of trust or good reports from people that might have used them. And so someone recommended one to them, and then he got in touch with the agency. And then she said she was home one day. The maid came. She was around. She was a teenager, or like she just became an adult. I think she was 20 or 22. And then she came. After the lady said she assessed, asked her a few questions, and she was good to go. She was okay with the girl. The girl was very obedient, respectful, and she was a good girl, you know. They were enjoying themselves. The girl was with them, and after a few months, the husband started getting unnecessarily irritated with the girl. She said, I use the word unnecessarily because she explained that the husband was taking offense over things that she really didn't see that the girl did anything wrong. And so, in all this, she was confused as to why her husband recommended this girl, her husband brought this girl, and then why is he now getting offended by the girl? You're speaking so much offense by the girl, and she was concerned. And at this time, she had had her baby already, and so she asked the husband, "What do you think? Do you think we should send this girl back to the agency and get another help?" And then the husband went, "No, no, there's no point. She should just stay. Since you are okay with her, she should just stay." The lady probed further because she didn't want a situation whereby the husband is unhappy with the person in their house and then she is just having fun. She was considerate, right? And then, yes, the husband said so, and then they decided to stay with the girl. Fast forward few months or about a year later, the husband was now planning to travel abroad. You know, the Jackpot era. The husband was planning to travel, to go first, of course, then his family will join him. And then the woman said, "Babe, since you will not be around, it will just be me and my son. There's no point keeping this girl. I think she should just go back. I'll manage myself and my son." And the husband went, "No, she will not go. Because I'm leaving is the more reason why she should be here. Because I don't want anything happening to just you and the baby and our son alone." And then she thought about it and she was like, "Fine, no problem." And the girl was staying. They were fine. Of course, before the husband left, he had stopped picking offense, unnecessary offense with the girl. They were all good. And fast forward to like a year later again that he was there abroad, he called the wife and said he was coming down to Ghana, that his friend asked him to come and do something for their company, and so he was coming to Ghana. And then the woman said, "Okay, do me and our son prepare and come and visit you? Since you are doing 2 weeks in Ghana, do we come and spend the 2 weeks with you so we'll enjoy together as a family?" And the man went, "No, there will be no need. The whole of his stay will just be walk, walk, walk. And so even though they come, he won't enjoy the time with them and all." The woman, being an understanding wife, she said she understood and she kept quiet. But around the same period, you guys, stay with me, please. Around the same period, her maid said her mom was sick or her auntie was sick and she needed to travel and go visit her aunt that was sick, or her mom. And then the lady was wondering, okay, no problem, go and come back. And so the girl went. She went for that visitation, came back after 2 weeks. She said she was offended a little because the lady stayed longer than she expected her to stay. But in the end, the lady came back and said, "Oh, it was an emergency sort of, and so she had to stay back there." Candelika, hi, I appreciate that you are here on this live. British Frog, thank you for being here on this live section. Please follow the gist to the end and tell me what you think about it. Thank you. So, the lady came back. She was wondering what is happening because her maid that left was not the same person that came back. She was still respectful, still doing her duty, but she came back with so many beautiful things. She came back with handbags. She came back with an iPhone 14. And the lady was confused because she, that is her madam in quotes, had an Infinix phone that was just an Android, a regular Android phone. I'm not going to put a name to the phone. She had a regular Android phone that was even bad. And so she was wondering all these beautiful things, but she said there was no point asking her because she, according to her, she's one person that likes to respect people, and so she decided to respect the girl. And so going on, the lady was using her expensive things and all. She kept calling her husband. They were fine. And one day they went for a birthday with their son, with her son and the maid, and they were going to take photos. And at this point, she was taking the pictures and they were not so clear. And so she asked her maid to please snap them with her phone, which of course is clearer. And the maid did. She snapped them, she took photos of them at the party. And when they got home, the lady was excited about the party, the pictures, and probably she wanted to send them to her husband. And then she asked her maid to give her her phone so that she could make and transfer the pictures to her own phone. But the maid was hesitant and she was like, "What is wrong with you? Let me have your phone." And the maid was like, "Should I give her? Should I not give her?" And then she collected the phone from her maid. And collecting the phone, while she was trying to select her pictures, she saw pictures of her maid and her husband in Ghana. At this point, what you are thinking is what I was thinking. But let's not draw conclusions. Let's finish the story. And so when the maid gave her the phone, before she started using the phone, the maid ran into her room and locked the door. And when she saw the pictures of her maid and her lovely husband in Ghana spending the time of their lives together, she got irritated and she was calling out to her maid, but she realized the maid had shut herself inside. And while she said, "Okay, let her check to see other things," she saw that her husband started calling the maid's phone. And when she picked up, she wanted to act like the maid. She placed the phone on her ears without talking. And then the husband went, "Hello, baby. You've not been picking up my calls. I've sent you messages. You are scaring me with the message you sent the last time. I said you are going to be fine. Just take care of yourself. And the money I'm saving with you is for us." And then at this point, I like to believe, because I'm a wife too, that the woman was trembling in anger. And he kept hello, hello. She didn't say anything. She ended the call and went to go and check the message. You guys, I think the lady is cool, calm, and collected, because I can't brag that I'll be that calm if someone did that to me. You guys, like, I do not understand how how is someone that calm knowing that your maid is actually having an affair with your husband. But trust me, that's not the interesting part. Please stay with me. So this lady carried the maid's phone that was already in her hand. Of course, the maid had already shut herself inside the room, so who cares? She checked the messages and then she saw the maid's message to her husband. And it reads, "I'm so scared." And the man went, "Why are you scared?" I said, "When we make enough money, that money you are saving is for me to get married to you. And we are going to move out and start living together." Hi, Mama Rachel. Thank you for being on this live. I truly appreciate you, sis. Thank you, you guys. Thank you for staying here. Please, I will appreciate your comments telling me what your reaction will be. So stay to the end. So she said she was scared, and the man went on to say, you shouldn't be scared. Like, I'm saving up money with you for us to get married, elope, and leave. And she said, I'm scared because I don't know if what I followed you to go and do, if what they requested from me will be the last. If it's only my womb they are going to ask for. They took my womb this time to make you wealthy. Are you sure that's the only thing they will ask from me? I'm very scared. At this point, the woman was shaking. And immediately, she ran out to call someone to help break the lady's door because she's been trying at this point and the lady had refused to open. When they broke open the door, what they saw was the lifeless body of the girl in the bedroom. After a thorough search, they found her dead in the bedroom. Whoa. I was surprised, perplexed. Like, where did this come from? And the lady, in shock, immediately called her husband to say, this is what I found. And the husband said, is she dead? She said, yes. And the husband said, pick up my son. Two of you run and leave that place to an address that I will send to you. The question is, if you were the lady, if you know this lady, what would you tell her to do? Would you expose this man fighting for another woman? Or you will run to a man that clearly doesn't love you enough to respect you, care for you, you name it. So you guys, you see why this life couldn't wait for tomorrow. I needed to bring this gist to you. A lot is happening. A lot is happening. Wickedness in the world is on the increase. I don't know how people do it. For the love of money, you take a life. The question again is, did they actually take just her womb, or they did something to the young girl that will make her die gradually? What did the man tell her? How did their relationship get so smooth that he was able to call her, communicate with her, and then tell her to come to Ghana and meet him? Is the audacity for me. Like, where did that audacity come from? Where did it come from? I truly do not know. I wait for your comments. I truly want us to talk about it. But I understand that this video is not happening at a time where most of you are online. And so whenever you come online, please drop your comments. We really need to help a sister out. Thank you for connecting to this live section. I truly appreciate you. We'll draw the curtain here. Bye.
Mommy, why are you saying bye? You still have other dresses to wear. Mom, you still have other dresses to wear.